Good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business, RTV's primetime business news bulletin. I'm Indivari Amoth. We take a look at tonight's headlines first. President to address United Nations General Assembly on Wednesday. And Health Ministry issues Zika alert. On to your stories in detail now. President Maithripala Sirisena, who left the island yesterday, has arrived in New York. The president is scheduled to address the UN General Assembly on Wednesday. The president's media division said that the president will speak at the high-level event on open government partnership to be held at the UN headquarters tomorrow. During his stay in New York, the president will also meet several leaders for discussion on bilateral relations and international issues. On the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, President Sirisena is scheduled to meet with Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, US Secretary of State John Kerry, Indian Minister of State for External Affairs M.G. Akbar, Prime Minister of Nepal Pushpa Kamal Dal, World Economic Forum Chairman Professor Klaus Schwab and Millennium Challenge Cooperation President Dana J. Hyde. The Health Ministry says necessary measures are in place at the Bandaranaike International Airport to create awareness on the Zika virus among passengers arriving and departing Sri Lanka. Dr. Mahipala said it is safe if Sri Lankan pregnant women avoid travelling to countries that are affected with the Zika virus. He said Zika virus was reportedly spreading in countries like Singapore, Malaysia and South American nations.
යම් කෙනෙක් පිටරටක සංචාරයක යෙදුනට පස්සේ උණ රෝගයේ වාර්තා වෙනවා නම් තමන්ගේ ළඟම තිබෙන රෝහලට ගිහින් ප්‍රතිකාර ගැනීමත් විශේෂයෙන් තමන් පිටරටකට ගියා කියන කාරණය ඒ වෛද්‍යවරයාට දැනුම් දීමත් ඉතා වැදගත්. අඩුම තරමින් ළඟම තිබෙන සෞඛ්‍ය අධිකාරී කාර්යාලයට හෝ මහජන සෞඛ්‍ය පරීක්ෂකතුමා හෝ දැනුවත් කිරීම තමන්ට උණ හැදුනා. උණ ඊතරම් ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙමෙයි. නමුත් රටක ගිහින් ආවා කියන කාරණය දැනුවත් කිරීම ඉතා වැදගත්. මොකද එතකොට අපිට පුළුවන් මේ කෙනාට සිකා රෝගයේද හැදිලා තිබෙන්නේ කියන එක තහවුරු කරන්න රුධිරය ආරම් බලලා ඊට පස්සේ ඒ පටල පරීක්ෂා කළා ඊට අනතුරුව අපිට පුළුවන් මේ මදුරුවන් පැතිරීම මදුරු ඝනත්වය අඩු කිරීම සඳහා ගන්නා පොදු ක්‍රියාමාර්ග විශේෂයෙන්ම ධූමායනය කිරීම.
The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka has granted approval to the Ceylon Electricity Board's least cost long-term generation expansion plan 2015 to 2034. This plan is expected to address anticipated power shortages in the future. The Public Utilities Commission says plants listed in the least cost long-term generation expansion plan of 2017 to 2020 should be immediately constructed and operated to prevent a possible power shortage by 2018. The current installed capacity of the Ceylon Electricity Board is 3,900 megawatts and the total installed capacity is expected to increase to 4,955 megawatts by 2020.
There will be 170 megawatts of thermal power plants in the southern region and 105 megawatts of gas turbine, 300 megawatts of natural gas power plant and 700 megawatts of renewable power plants including 3 major hydro plants. Accordingly, there will be 1,275 megawatts of power plants to be added to the system as per the generation plan within the next 4 years. So by the end of 2020, we expect to boost the system capacity to nearly 5,000 megawatts, that is 4,955 megawatts from the current capacity of 3,900.
As per CEB forecast, the country's electricity demand is expected to grow at 5.3% on average during the next 2 decades. In addition, peak demand is expected to grow at 4.7% on average.
The importance of this long-term generation expansion plan is that in future the implementation is only possible on the plants that are listed in the identified in the generation plan. There is no legal provision to implement plants other than those are in the long-term generation plan. So now since Commission has approved the 2015-2034 plan, CB can start procuring those plants. Especially we are concerned about the time frame from today until 2020 where we need about 1,200 megawatts of plants to be commissioned and which are in the generation plan.
We take a short break. We'll be back with more on State of Business on the other side. Welcome back to the news. UPFA MP Vasudeva Nanayakkara expressed his displeasure over plans to revise taxes. He said such a move will further burden the masses. Vasudeva Nanayakkara said this addressing a media conference convened by Socialist Alliance in Colombo today.
තොර මේ වැඩි කරන බදු ජාතිය ගොඩනැගීමට නෙමේ ධනපති පන්තියේ ලාභය ගොඩනැගීමට. මේ බදු වැඩි කිරීම සියල්ලක්ම සිදු කරන්නේ ඉහළ පන්තියේ බදු අඩු කරමින්. කොම්පැනි වල බදු අඩු කරමින්. ඒකයි මේ ආණ්ඩුවේ ප්‍රතිපත්තිය. එය නැවතවරක් අපි අවධාරණය කරනවා. ඒ නිසා මේ බදු ව්‍යුහය වෙනස් කිරීම ගැන IMF යෝජනාවට අපි විරුද්ධයි.
Minister of Plantation Industries Navin Desanayake says an amicable solution will be found to the issue of glyphosate for plantation crops. He said that within 2 to 3 months, a workable solution could be introduced. Minister Desanayake said this responding to a remark by Chairman of the Planters Association during its AGM held in Colombo recently.
The illogical ban on weedicides cost the RPCs a further rupees 2.5 billion in weeding cost alone. The fertilizer and weeding extra cost alone add about rupees 45 to the cost of production. The ill effects of the ban on weedicides has caused tremendous harm to the plantations. It is not physically possible or economically feasible to resort to manual weeding in commercial scale agriculture practices because of the negative agronomic impact it has, because of the timing, duration, labor availability and unaffordability.
I have given my views to the President, the Prime Minister, and those powerful voices who have wanted glyphosate banned. Glyphosate is needed for tea, particularly large-scale commercial agriculture cannot be done without weedicide. I am confident of working out a formula where the basic minimum of 800,000 litres that was imported in 2015 will be allowed to come in. But then again, there will be some controls and monitoring by the TRI, and systematically the amount has to be brought down.
The minister also said that stakeholders in the local tea industry should get together to find solutions to their issues. Minister Desanayake noted that the industry is divided on the proposal of blending.
We need new ideas. We need to think out of the box. How do we position our teas? Is it as a tea or is it as a global beverage? I don't see that much of consensual thinking and intellectualizing in the industry. One sector is saying one thing about blending. There are 2 against blending, 2 for blending, and 1 in the middle. Therefore, the issue of blending, I would like to have some kind of a consensus on this, because those against, like you all, the producers, the main contention is that this will have an impact on the price. And surely I, as a minister, cannot allow anything that will impact our price, because history will judge me in a different way if I do that.
I'll be back with Stock Watch after this break. Welcome back. Market reopened the week lower, with the indices dropping points due to distilleries dipping 4% on the market. The bulls traded on thin volumes and a low turnover, which was well below the daily average. The all-share price index dipped 22.03 to close at 6,450.44, while the S&P SL20 index dipped 14.95 to close trading at 3,563. Turnover for the day amounted to 328.5 million rupees, with 50.2 million shares traded. The top traded counters were Chevron Lubricants with 84.8 million rupees, followed by Central Investment and Finance with 51.1 million rupees, and JKH Warrants 23 contributing 13 million rupees to turnover. Foreign investors were net buyers for the day, with interest seen on Chevron Lubricants. Foreign inflows amounted to 87.3 million rupees, while foreign outflows totaled 23.4 million rupees today. Here's a look at the day's foreign currency rates for you. And that's all from State of Business for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time. Good night.